let's dive into week 12. What's more likely? Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns. I'm excited for this one. What do we got?
Matthew McConaughey is cool, calm, and collected. Jameis Winston,
Yes,
on the
sir.
other hand, not always in the pocket. So what's more likely? Jameis Winston throws 3 interceptions, which he did earlier this season against the LA Chargers, or Jameis Winston is sacked 5 times. Of course, the Cleveland Browns have averaged 3.6 sacks per game since Jameis took over as the starter.
Yeah, I said yesterday that TJ Watt getting 5 sacks isn't an overreaction, and I will stick by that. I think 3 interceptions is a lot of interceptions. It could happen, but the Steelers are not interception hungry this season. It's really just Beanie Bishop and Dante Jackson, and while those two can definitely get the job done, you're probably looking for more than that in a situation like this. Plus, it's going to be nasty and rainy and windy there as the sun shines through on me and ruins the lighting in my room. And I could see like nasty game, and the Steelers' defensive line just wins that battle. I feel like what's more likely is the sacks. 5 sacks is not crazy to me in this game. It's just not. TJ Watt's got to be pissed off about the bulletin board material from Myles Garrett. Also, did you see PFF graded them? They graded each other, or they graded both of them, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
TJ Watt is, I'll give you the exact number here because I don't want to not do it justice. TJ Watt is 92.5 is his rating.
Okay.
Myles Garrett is 92.6.
All right, now. Not that we didn't already know, but come on now. Like, I
laughed so hard.
Slightly, a little bit of a vendetta there.
100%. I mean, you run the stats, 7.5 sacks. I'll just read off 2 lines here. 7.5 sacks, 36 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 18 quarterback hits, 4 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. The other one has 7 sacks, 23 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 15 quarterback hits, and 2 forced fumbles. But if I had to guess, has some random made-up stat that he is probably better in than TJ Watt because Myles Garrett. Yeah, that's it. Can do more of those weird, crazy, crunchy things where he like goes down.
Better Halloween costumes.
Oh, 100%.
It's adding up. It's adding up.
I get it. I see why they did it this time. I understand. I understand fully, actually. 5 sacks is could be nothing. TJ Watt could get 3 of them in this game and probably like piss on Myles Garrett in the process of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go 5 sacks. What's more likely? 5 sacks.
All right, let's go to specifically the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. What's more likely? Najee Harris gets his first 100-yard game since week 8, or George Pickens gets his first 100-yard game since week 7.
Pooh. This is a tough one. This is a tough one because it's going to be nasty. Okay. So you got to imagine that throwing the football is not going to be the easiest thing. Russ is on 2 games that he got away with the first one. Mm-hmm. The second one was not pretty, but George Pickens still had 90 yards in that second one. Najee Harris, I mean, you say since week 8, but I mean, you break that down. They had a bye week. Yeah, and they played the Ravens, and so really it's in 2 games. The last 2 games, he hasn't had 100 yards. That could be a thing. I gotta go. I gotta go Najee Harris. I feel better about Najee Harris just because of the elements and the situation and how they'll go about things. I mean, this is not going to be a Russell Wilson welcome to the rivalry game. This is going to be hey, Mike Tomlin just wants to punch the Cleveland Browns in the face, and he will do so with Najee Harris. And if I had to guess, Najee gets more opportunities in this one. I would say plus a short week. They're going to run the football a lot to make sure that they're prepared. I'm going to go Najee, 100-yard game. The offensive line is going to bounce back from last week, and the passing game is going to be tough. But I think he gets close. But I would guess what's more likely is Najee Harris.
Now, this is the first pre-recorded episode of All Steelers Talk since the summertime. So because our friends in the chat aren't able to ask, I'll add it to this segment. What is more likely to happen first? Cole Holcomb makes a tackle or Roman Wilson catches a pass for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh my gosh. People are going to lose it. They're going to be like, I can't believe I wasn't here for this one. Wow. Oh my gosh. Could you imagine all the people who've clicked off already? who got here and said, all right, this episode's boring, I'm done. And they're missing out on this.
No, I think the McConaughey talk will keep people coming.
I might have shooed too many away with that one. I did a disservice to so many good people. Cole Holcomb records a tackle, or Roman Wilson catches a pass for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh gosh. I'm going to go Roman Wilson. Is it even promised that Cole Holcomb's ever going to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers again? I mean, like, you have to think he's in the plans. He's been here this long. Like, why would you not keep him around for the last year of his contract? But I mean, at the same time, like, there's no guarantee. There is such a slim guarantee that he does play for the Pittsburgh Steelers again, ever again. Roman Wilson's going to play next season. He's going to be part of the Steelers offense. If he stays healthy, he's going to get involved. He will be that guy. He will be looked at as wide receiver 3 ahead of Calvin Austin. Van Jefferson won't be around anymore. And then next to whoever they add in the offseason, because there's no chance that they aren't going to add somebody in the offseason. You got to go Roman Wilson in this one. I just think that it's such a non-guarantee that Cole Holcomb plays for the Steelers ever again. And it's guaranteed. I mean, Roman's got 4 years. And he's going to catch a pass eventually. If he doesn't, wild times. But if you gotta believe that he's going to. 400,000. That's how many men have rescued their nuts from stiff, unforgiving jeans, all thanks to the Perfect Jean. These jeans have enough stretch to accommodate Thanksgiving dinner and are comfy enough to wear all day watching Sunday football. Plus, even though they feel like sweatpants, they look good enough to be your go-to pants for date night. The Perfect Jean has the perfect size for everybody, and we mean everybody. They've got 6 different fits, waists running from 26 to 50 and lengths from 26 to 38, which means there are over 5,000 possible combinations of pants for you to choose from. So if you're a short king or actually 6'5", if you love a loose fit or are still in your skinny jean era, or if you're bulking up or cutting down, the Perfect Jean is the perfect option for you. For a limited time, our listeners get 15% off their first order plus free shipping at theperfectjean.nyc, or Google The Perfect Jean and use our code ALLSteelers15 for 15% off. It's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use code ALLSteelers15 at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with promo code ALLSteelers15. After your purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Fuck your khakis and get the Perfect Jean.
All right, let's go back to tonight's game. What's more likely? Russell Wilson throws at least 2 touchdown passes, or Justin Fields runs for 1.
Justin Fields rushing for a touchdown. What's more likely? I mean, you could judge this one off of 2 sides here, your heart and your brain. And my brain tells me Russ. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. I mean, he even threw a touchdown. No, he didn't throw a touchdown against the Ravens, but 2 touchdowns against a Cleveland Browns defense that has not played great this season. You'd have to imagine that that's definitely a possibility. My heart tells me Justin Fields getting in the end zone this week, because they're going to use him in the red. They're going to just add an extension to the Justin Fields game in this game after, starting it against Baltimore. Now you'll break it open a little bit more against Cleveland, then you'll put it away, and then you'll bring it out when you need to later in the year. I think this is 2-sided. I think you could go, your brain tells you Russell Wilson throwing 2 touchdowns. Your heart tells you Justin Fields is about to score a touchdown in this one.
Yeah, and Taysom Hill definitely went all over the Cleveland Browns last week, so yes, you could see that being a little bit of deja vu for the Browns defense.
100%. And I mean, that guy is not fast and made fast people look slow. And that Justin Fields is fast and could probably make fast people look even slower if that's how the Cleveland Browns operate on defense.
We got one more what's more likely, and I want to preempt this one with a little bit of stats. We're going to stat that. Myles Garrett has 9 sacks in 12 games against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers have allowed the 12th most sacks allowed in the NFL this season. Meanwhile, TJ Watt has 17 sacks in 12 games against the Cleveland Browns. Browns have allowed the most sacks in the NFL this year with 46. So with that being said, Noah, what's more likely? Myles Garrett records 2 sacks on Russell Wilson, or TJ Watt records 3 sacks on Jameis Winston?
Oh, TJ Watt.
3
TJ
sacks.
Watt with ease. Yeah, I mean, how many times? Russell Wilson was sacked 4 times last week, and it was like this big, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous moment. And the Baltimore Ravens were the best defense that the Steelers played all season long by a hefty margin. So, and that's like TJ Watt gets 2 sacks consistently. Like, this is a thing that happens numerous times throughout the season. Myles Garrett does not play relatively well against the Steelers all the time. He has his moments, certainly, like you said, 17 sacks against them. But there are moments where he goes ghost and there's nothing that's going on, and everybody's talking about Dan Moore being the guy that looks crazy good against Myles Garrett. That all happens too. I think Darnell Washington is going to be there every single play. I think Jaylen Warren's going to be used to stop him. Cordero Patterson's going to be used to stop him. There will be so much help on Myles Garrett. Meanwhile, the Browns are sitting around with no left tackle, possibly a guard starting at left tackle. You could bounce TJ around and make him take advantage of bad opportunities or bad lineups or bad mismatches and really, really go off. I mean, TJ Watt's with 3 is not the craziest thing in the world, and I would say TJ Watt getting 3 is realistic. Again, especially because bulletin board material is a real thing in the NFL, and he's got some right now.
Yeah, 17 sacks in 12 games is absolutely ridiculous from TJ Watt. The fact that he hasn't had a 3-sack game this season, at least on paper, he hasn't had one. We've seen it taken away from obvious calls in Atlanta, but he hasn't had a 3-sack game all season. It's a short week. The Steelers are feeling themselves right now, so I'm going to say that I would roll with that one as well, because TJ Watt, I felt it last week, and he had himself a good game. He only got 1 sack on record. That Loudermilk one he didn't even get a half on that. But I think that he'll actually get home a lot more against Jameis Winston, because Jameis just does not have that maneuverability that Lamar Jackson did. But I still see TJ Watt being the same guy he was on Sunday when he blew up the Ravens offensive line.
Yeah, I agree. There's just got a hard time saying TJ is going to be quiet in this one, because he seemingly is never quiet against the Cleveland Browns. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. And for any that you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with just a few taps. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all accounts, easily creates a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track, and sees your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Get alerts if your bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over your budget. And the new goals feature automatically saves money for you without you even having to think about it. Whether your goal is to pay off your credit card debt, put away money for a house, or just build your savings, Rocket Money makes it easy. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you, sometimes up to 20%. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. They could save members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. That's rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. rocketmoney.com/allsteelers.